there. Hi, everyone. Sharon Rose here with William Martino. I'm the producer director of Quantum Qi. And William is, of course, one of our numerous masters, Qigong, martial arts. He's written at least 12 books, right?
Yeah, 12 books. And love to learn, love to teach, love Quantum Qi and everything you're doing.
So, tell us about your background and what got you into Qigong and
When I was
etc.
a young child, about 8 years old, I used to get on the bus, much to the chagrin of my parents, and I would go into Center City, Philadelphia, and go to Chinatown. And I would meet with all those masters and try to figure out, is there any such thing as Qi power? So fast forward 20 years, and I still got the same question going, and started to travel around after college to go to different masters, yoga and Qi and martial arts. And now today, another 20 years, and basically it's the same thing. Just learn, practice, and teach.
Maybe you'd like to give them a little exercise today.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let me give you a starter. First of all, it seems to be that the main thing we're all facing is not really having a need, or we pretend that, right? Look at these funny clothes. This is some beads from experiences. Many of these beads are from real experiences that I had. Martial art masters, and I was the head of security for Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, Guru of the Beatles, after the Beatles time. It goes on and on and on. But it's fun for me. It reminds me of having a need. That's how I started off the little talk. So that's what I want us to all do, is to recognize that inside of your biological biography, inside of your person, your innermost person, that there's stuff that needs resolution. You need power. You need emotional support. So many issues. So how can we slow down, stop, and reverse the search? So that's the best intro I can do. Let's train. Have your hands like this, and put your hands down here on your ribs. See if you can move just your ribs. Watch, my chest will go in when I inhale. And I've taught martial art people, MMA coach, yoga professionals, all kinds of people, and everybody talks about breathing, but it's very hard to find the real thing. And that's what I want to deliver for you. Put your hands like this again. And now put the back of your hands in back here. Your lungs are in the back as well. See if you can feel the movement of your lungs. Back to the ribs. Now put your right hand on your chest and your left hand on your belly, and see if you can keep your chest relatively calm and still, and move your belly in and out. Probably most of you are going up and down with the chest, right? See how my chest goes in? That means the lowest portions of my lungs are being filled with air. How does deep breathing happen for you? It happens when you're emotionally processing. It happens with psyching up. It happens with exercise. That's the first step of all process. In Qigong, the two deepest trainings deal with giving power to the body and then using that power to go into your brain and psychologically refine who you are, how you listen, how you behave. So this first little phase is all about powering up. That deep breathing can give a little spark to your system. You know, our hearts have a 40-foot field of measurable magnetism. That magnetism is sensed by people. When a great person walks in the room, everybody feels it, everybody takes notice. When you have an important meeting of some type, you spruce yourself up and you try to get a good night's sleep and all these things. And your physical magnetism is stronger and more coherent. That's what Qi is on a physical level. So before you control things inside of yourself so that you can increase your personal luck factor, by increasing your coherence. You need to have some energy. And the way you're going to do that, off of where it is inside of your physiology, where it is in your life, there's an unmet need. Okay, so that deep breathing started us off in that way to give us a little spark. Now let's go into the slow, long breath. When you're walking on rocky ground, when you're meticulously tending to some subject, when you're carefully involved in any project, your breathing becomes long, calm, fine, slow, and even. So try to do that with me now. Take a long, calm breath. It's very challenging for all of us to slow down so much that whatever those personal needs are come to the surface. To maintain that degree of transparency is really the key to Qi, the key to getting inside of the nooks and crannies of your mind and body and find out where the issues in your tissues are, where you have that requirement for a little TLC, a little bit of energy. You know, energy comes out of the hands and the hearts of all of us. And as I said before, when you're powered up, you have a lot more of that magnetism and you can make your life fly better. So the first part of every process of training, especially Qigong and advanced meditation, is that power up. We did some of that deep breathing. The second part of any process is the lengthening. So I want you to think of something in your life right now that you need to process. And I want you to access subconscious processing power by slowing everything down, like when you're on a long car ride. In Qigong, this gets into the regulation of Kan and Li, the regulation of fire and water. In Chinese medicine and Qigong, the fire element is considered to cause us degeneration. We're too active. We have 60 to 80,000 thoughts each day. That's what psychological science says. So in Qigong, that fire element is too much. We need to add water. We need to calm down and slow down and begin to access that secret place of our person while we're in front of each other, not just over there when you're asleep or when you're on the trip and long car ride. So let's challenge each other now together in this little forum to lengthen the attention span. Longer and calmer. Ready? How long can you breathe the next 2 breaths? Go. Zen and Taoism, that's the end of my second breath, are brother and sister. And in Zen, there's a statement about doing less, just like in the Tao Te Ching, the principal text of Taoism, which is the source of Qigong's inner spirituality. If you want to get more done, I'll put it in regular terms, you've got to slow down. If you want to be the fastest, be the strongest, be the smartest, or go in that direction, you need to slow down and be more thorough and meticulous with your emotions and how you listen and how you speak. This slowing down process that we're involved in now is awkward. It can be uncomfortable. You really don't want to slow down unless you feel safe. So think for yourself about this magnetism that you have in your hands, that you feel when you're in an embrace with someone, that you enjoy when you're alone in a scene in nature. And start to match that feeling, that peace of mind instead of racing thoughts, with your ordinary personality. So much so that time slows down. The greater your sense of spaciousness and timelessness, the greater your processing speed. So what about these next few minutes as an opportunity to genuinely slow down and reach the most advanced place of Qigong training, which is called embryonic breathing? Access something with the eyes, the intellect, the nose, person, so that you begin to feel more coherent. This training can happen for you when you're waiting in a line, when you're getting up and down from a chair, when you're opening and closing a cabinet. You can lengthen everything so much that you come to that natural pause where you access the subconscious. You know, the earth underneath you has negative electricity, negative ions. The sky above you has positive ions. When you're caught within your own mind and your own body and you're not boundless, then you're separate from the vast expanse of nature's nourishing. If I have a bunch of flowers behind my back and you don't really see them, it doesn't nourish you. If I bring the flowers out and I put the flowers right in front of your face, all of a sudden you can touch some nourishment, and it's a safe enough nourishment that you can let it in. So rather than using your intellect and your senses to objectify and keep the world out all the time, try to let life back in. In doing that, you begin to have a different sort of perception, one that can turbo process information. So try to find a way where you can get into your body in your ordinary activities, because embodiment is healing, and practice whatever Qigong routines you can learn in our series. Make your way to that safe place and just have a moment or two where you go beyond. I'm going to close there, Sharon. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. We'll be having more and more of these as time goes on. We're going to be going out. Next week, I'm going to be seeing a number of the teachers. So stay tuned. We'll let you know. And may the Qi be with you.